What up, what up, what up?
Welcome back to another episode.
They can't hear you, Tasha.
Soft bug. You were over here.
People ain't even hear you, Tosha.
I said, what up, doll? Welcome back to another episode of A Lady and a Savage podcast. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome. I'm Tosha.
I'm Chuck, and I had to get my shit together.
Last week, I forgot to give y'all the alter ego, but I have one this week. Call me Anna or Elsa. I'll be either one because I'm definitely frozen. I'm cold.
Oh, come on. Did you just say you frozen? How old are you? How old are you?
Excuse me. I come from a life of nannying, so I have a connection to Disney movies and children's stories and things of that nature. So.
Oh, that's what's up. But come on now. You could have came up with something way better than some damn frozen.
I'm cold. Let it go.
But what we got? What's going on? You know I like to get right into it.
Yeah. So, first of all, we just want to remind you all, please do seek us out for some sponsorship if you've got a business or
and I'm hungry.
A service. Let Chuck have his snacks, y'all.
Hungry.
He ain't gonna be.
Hungry. I'm trying not to put this.
I won't let him
mouth.
smack or be ridiculous, but we'll let him have his snacks. It's hard trying to be working class individuals and get out here and give y'all some good stuff to listen to and have a meal. It'd be hard. So
it's hard.
He gonna have these snacks. So yes, like I said, hit us up. A Lady and a Savage podcast at gmail.com is our email. You can reach us on all of our social media. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. Everything is A Lady and a Savage podcast. So you can find us anywhere. You could probably Google us by now. So that's that on that. Do remember to send us your questions for advice. We don't mind getting in your business. We won't tell nobody that it's your business, but we will share the story and give our opinions and advice on that. And also, don't forget, we've got the Keeping Detroit Warm coat and winter accessories drive. So make sure if you have items
check that out.
Gently used or even brand new, or even if you want to donate some money to the cause. Those temperatures have definitely dropped in Michigan, and it is very cold. And if we can outfit some kids and some moms and dads who are just trying to make things happen for their family, that would be wonderful. So you can go to Keeping Detroit Warm, or you can contact Jay on My Grind on Instagram, or I think Instagram. And yeah, that's that on that.
Oh, that was it? You done? You ready to go home?
Shoot.
Because you definitely said that's on that, like, okay, let's close it out. You didn't come here just
No,
for
that's
commercial.
that on that one, like the intro. Just, the housekeeping things.
Yeah, because you said that like your job was done. Like you just came to do a couple commercials and then you out.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a hell of a week and it's only Thursday. I just always feel very, very tired, like all the time.
Come on, you gotta push that spirit off.
I'm trying, but it's like
you gotta fight through it.
I don't do well when it starts to get cold. All I'm thinking about in this very moment is getting up under the covers. I'm a granny. I don't want to get under the covers.
That's where you gotta start doing some daily affirmations. You gotta write certain notes to yourself. You gotta say certain shit. You gotta move a certain way so you can get that lazy spirit off your fucking back. Because I know all about it. I know all about the lazy spirit. So
is it lazy or exhaustion?
No, it's lazy.
Oh, y'all see how you do me?
Yeah, no, because I get it sometimes where I really don't want to do nothing. I'm not in the mood. I really don't want to be at work. I like to nap throughout the entire day. Where maybe every hour I take a 15-minute, 10-minute if I possibly can. I know about getting into some lazy shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that life.
Yeah, I enjoy that life. But what's going on? What's up in the news?
Well,
it's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a good story to open up with, but it is a necessary story to share. Justice for Shanquella Robinson. If you don't know already, Shanquella Robinson is a 25-year-old young lady who went to Cabo with some friends, and I'm going to say friends in quotes and use that term loosely because she went to Cabo on this vacation. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2 gentlemen or maybe 3 gentlemen and 1 girl. But whatever the case may be, she ends up in an altercation with the other young lady who's on the trip, who's supposed to be her friend. In the video, it appears that Shanquella is intoxicated. She is also naked, but she is not trying to participate in the fight. So the girl is literally like hitting her, pounding her, tossing her like a rag doll. But these kids, and I'm calling them kids, told this young woman's mother that she had alcohol poisoning and she was sick, and she just, they left her resting, and she couldn't pull it together, so they just left. And this young woman's mom had to pay $6,000 to have her body shipped back to the States, only to have the autopsy and find out this young lady was not, in fact, suffering from alcohol poisoning, did not die from alcohol poisoning. She had a spinal cord injury, and there was one other injury she had. I can't remember. Yes.
Neck injury as well.
Yep. That's what the autopsy showed. And if you saw the video of the fight, it's very clear where those injuries probably came from that took her life. So
allegedly. We can't speak as if we know all this for fact. We saw a little snippet of a fight it wasn't a fight because she wasn't fighting back, and there was a part of the video where you could clearly hear her say she wasn't. So she was coherent in that moment. So we really don't know what happened. Like, it could be so much more to just the small pieces of information that we got to everybody jumping to conclusions. It could really be something completely different. So I'm not going to condemn, because I saw other videos of people who said they was there, like the guy who did the video where he was actually there. He got there a day late,
right?
Which was supposedly after she was already sick. Well, that's like, it could be a whole plot. Like,
that's the best.
We really don't know.
He was trying to clear his name.
Yeah,
like,
because even
really don't know.
Even with getting there a day late, you got on board with the rest of the shenanigans because you didn't step up and use your voice.
Yeah, he still lied to the girl's mama.
Oh, I'm sure they all lied.
Prayers to the family of Shanquella Robinson. First of all, this is just a bitter pill to swallow. On top of it being all over,
know what happened,
all over the news and social media. They need closure. They need answers, and justice needs to be served. And allegedly, if these kids did this, which the girl is beating her up on.
They're not kids. Ain't they 25, 26?
They kids to me. If you carry on in this way and you don't know how to be grown and speak
grown
up,
decisions. They was out of the country.
Yeah.
They was in one place.
Throw their tails under the jail. The end. Yeah. Throw away the key,
I'm not
too.
debating that there should be charges on all parts.
Throw away the key,
we got to get to the real story.
They some dirt bags.
They real dirty.
To the mama.
They real dirty. That's somebody's daughter.
Every last one of them.
We got to get to the real story.
Yeah, that young lady is somebody's daughter, and they got to go under the jail. All right. Next, funny, on the heels of last week's episode, if you did not check out last week's episode on gun violence and the black male, do go back and check that out. The link is on our YouTube, A Lady and a Savage podcast. And I just find it so wild that this story broke very shortly after that episode that week.
Right after it.
The University of Virginia, 3 football players dead, shot by another student who's a former member of the football team. And these 3 gentlemen were members of the football team, all black. And then 2 additional students were wounded by this shooter. The shooter is now in custody. Now, the story on CNN did not give the real backstory as to why this gentleman actually shot these kids. However, rumors online and in the comments on the post said that the gentleman who shot these other 3 guys had been bullied or hazed by these guys, and so he was fed up, I suppose. This is all hearsay and allegations and speculation, though. There's no official backstory out yet.
It's very unfortunate that those 3 young men lost their life to whatever the circumstance was. It wasn't that serious to where it should have went to that point.
Yeah. So there's one other gentleman, one of the wounded guys. Mm-hmm. He was shot. He had a bullet lodged in his stomach, but he is expected to pull through. It's just unfortunate. So now we've got.
They all was on the same team, right?
Yes, except the gentleman who shot was no longer on the team,
So
and I don't know if that has anything.
Did that recently
Yeah, that's what I was
happen?
gonna say. I don't know if it has anything to do with like some prior incidents involving these other gentlemen or anything like that. I don't know what led to him not being a part of the team anymore. The article did just mention though that he did used to be a part of the team.
Which that is another interesting factor, though.
Very much so. So we got 3 gentlemen who are gone, black men, and 1 black male who is probably going to be in prison. So
Extremely.
again,
extremely.
listen, hear me when I say make better choices. Even if you're being bullied, definitely defend yourself, but you don't have to take a life. If you feel like you a sucker for going and telling the dean of students or wherever you are where there's an authority and you feel like you need some protection, speak up. You know, we don't always have to reach for that gun. We got to find some other solutions to dealing with problems. Deep breath.
This is true. I'm just tired of hearing the same story over and over again about us, about people that look like us, about men who probably had some of the same life experiences that I had in my life growing up. You just get numb to it. Where
We got to do better.
But real talk though, like you kind of get numb to it. Like that's why.
Oh, you
in a sense,
definitely
I'm
get
still,
desensitized and numb.
I'm thinking about my chips and my Vernors because I've been hearing this all my life.
Another day, another shooting.
Yeah, like we die every single day, every day, and it's us. So it's like
It's us and
It's just
them.
like- it's like,
we taking ourselves out
when
and
is it
other
gonna be
people
a day
take
that
us
we
out.
don't get killed or we don't die or we don't kill somebody else?
I just want us to stop taking ourselves out.
I want us to stop taking ourselves out too because it's double the amount.
I'm not
that's
justifying
leaving.
it, but you create a purpose. Like you have to make a decision and stand on whatever that decision is, whether it's I'm not going to harm my own or I'm not going to harm people or individuals as a whole. Like I feel like there has to be a line, like, but people like real savage. Like,
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about not even their own family.
Well, hashtag black men deserve to grow old. Parents, even these young parents, I don't know. But you got to talk to your kids. It's important to teach them emotional intelligence. That's really what's lacking right now.
Definitely.
That's what the black male has grown up feeling like. They can't express themselves. They don't feel like they have an outlet. Constantly being told they have to be strong. And it starts... I've had this conversation before. It starts as a kid with quit all that crying and, you know, some of those things that you hear in the black community and in black families regarding black men and them expressing themselves and sharing their emotions. They need to be able to open up.
But like I said last week, we need a safe space to do that.
But it should start at home.
Yeah,
Should start.
We need a safe space to do that.
Should start.
We are not just going to start opening up because
Out the blue just
people
because
are
everybody's
telling
talking
us to
about
open
it.
up.
You
Yeah.
right.
We have to have a safe space, and it has to be a personal safe space. That means that within my immediate circle, or there's a resource around me that I'm being consistently reminded of, that it even put in my mind that let me go use that resource and open up and express myself, or that it's even okay for me to express myself.
Yeah.
Like you need that.
All right.
And we don't have it. But I think that there is some attempt in the community where people are trying to open up safe spaces through social media. I've been seeing some of that where people been doing like little group things, especially on TikTok. There's all type of stuff that's been going on where people have been trying to create a community of engagement, of just simply having tough conversations to where you can go into different chats or you can join different groups. I know I've seen some on Facebook, but Facebook to me, I'm not a big Facebook person. It stays on bullshit with people's personal life and talking about people, and it's a lot more
fronting
ugly
and
on
lying
Facebook.
and
Yeah.
doing the most.
But we need a safe space.
I don't miss Facebook.
You're not on it no more?
I am, but I'm not. You know, I only have recreated a page just so
okay.
we could do our business thing, but I don't be on there
I
Friday
don't be on there reading anything other than I post.
Well, in a minute, you ain't gonna be even do the like they already
because they
started
going to do that whole flipperoo.
They already cut
rebrand.
live streams and stuff.
On Facebook?
Is that why that one episode did not?
They already started.
Yeah.
So what
Like
you
it's
gotta
not,
do?
stream,
You
it's
gotta
not streaming on Facebook right now
why?
because they won't let streamers stream. because they feel like we profiting off of they platform.
How?
That's okay. We good.
okay.
The same reason they flag everybody that play
We'll
music.
upload that shit
what I'm
later.
saying?
Exactly. We don't even
be
need
playing,
Facebook.
You could be playing your own music on your own page and they flag and shut it down.
See?
It's stupid.
Bullshit.
Anywho, check us out on YouTube.
Definitely. We definitely need y'all to check us out on YouTube. 'cause
So
we still need that.
YouTube is the way to go. It's the best way to go anyway. You can easily monetize YouTube.
That's
Like-
what we need.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
comment, subscribe, and share.
So
We
that
definitely need
and,
our subscriptions
that and
up on
Twitch.
Okay. Twitch, I still
we have
feel like,
Twitch?
yes, we do. I have a Twitch account, a personal Twitch account. TikTok
Actually-
doesn't have, A Lady and a Savage doesn't
What
have
is
a Twitch
Twitch?
account.
It's another streaming platform, Twitch.tv.
Positive, a lot of
not even
gamers
hip.
use it.
But you know, like
You an
it's,
old man, you know.
It started off mainly as a big gaming site.
Yeah.
So gamers, there's a lot of gamers on there. But then, when the pandemic hit,
Everybody
then a
jumped
lot of
on.
people went on there or whatever. So they be having some restrictions with music or whatever. But other than that, you can stream.
Which is
everything
fine
on
for
there.
us because we
Right, we
don't
ain't
we
playing no
don't use
music.
people's music.
Yeah, it's easier to get subscribers or whatever. They got this whole little bonus system set up, and
I
you
need
can
to check out
monetize the
Twitch.
channel. So
Let me get hip to Twitch. I never heard of this shit.
So the last thing that is burning up the airwaves right now is ladies.
Let's get it out, ladies. What? Is this the story of the day or is this just you?
This just me prepping the story. Y'all gotta be careful if y'all gonna get these BBLs because Goals Plastic Surgery is under fire right now. The Shade Room did a little.
Y'all be careful. Y'all need to stop chopping up y'all fucking bodies. Like real talk. Like
Well, I was trying
y'all
not to
risking
say that
y'all
because
life
you know
just to get a
people.
little shape when all you got to do is work out. Get your lazy ass up and do something. Like I know the feeling. I don't want to work out. I would love to take a pill or get chopped the fuck up and be able to walk
But
away.
if you was
not
born
on
with
my
the
life.
booty of
But it's not
SpongeBob,
on my life, though.
If
The
you
thing
were
I
about
ain't
the-
risking my life.
the thing about the BBLs though is that they be excessive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a light enhancement.
Don't know
Cool,
nothing about life.
but that's not the case. It's like I want the most ridiculous.
they create a whole new
thing.
body.
You know what I'm saying? And I want you to see my booty 2 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Or when I leave the room, I want you to still see my ass as I'm turning the corner. Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. It's
So
ridiculous.
this is what the Shade Room reported, and then this is what Goals clapped back with. But the Shade Room reported in September 2021,
Where's the place actually located?
I'm probably going to get there.
Okay.
We investigated a cosmetic surgery business called Goals Plastic Surgery after several women across the country came forward claiming that doctors botched their procedures. So I'm guessing these locations are sprinkled throughout the states. They probably
I've
have
never
them.
heard of it. I've never heard of gold.
I just heard of it with this expose, but since then, more victims have come forward, including families that claim their loved ones died as a result of these procedures. We spoke with the family of a 25-year-old dental assistant named Samantha Santana, and her family claims she fell asleep after having her Brazilian butt lift and never woke up. According to a toxicology report, her death was caused by acute intoxication due to combined effects of fentanyl, lidocaine, oxycodone, and Xanax, an injection given to her instead of having a licensed anesthesiologist present for her surgery. So yes, that's one of the things that they've been under fire about is using local anesthesia, which is basically like high profile pain drugs where you're still awake throughout the procedure.
Of the surgery. But they getting like BBLs. They not getting like a little lipo.
No, they
getting like they cutting they
They
shit.
drilling, they pulling, they
The BBL surgery is it used to have a real high fatality rate. It's dropped,
See?
but
a BBL is like a full
it
tummy
happens.
tuck, back, everything getting cut. It ain't like it's nothing drained. You getting
No.
cut. You getting cut and shaped.
Yes. Yep. So,
Like, come on.
despite having several client deaths at the hands of Goals Plastic Surgery practice, Goals is denying any wrongdoing and claiming victims are coming forward in an effort to become famous. So they claim
Well, how many
that
people
these
did
victims.
how many people died? Like that's what we need. We need the stats. We need to know exactly how many of their clients died.
What's crazy is that they can kind of get away with it. They make these people sign
you gotta
these
sign a
waivers.
waiver. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think people need to stop signing them damn waivers. Don't sign the waiver.
And Didn't you say that part of it they were basically saying that they're not cosmetic surgeons? Like these are just regular MDs.
That's part of the report that these that what it is so since Goals has kind of gotten this platform now where people are looking at them as a brand, so to speak, they've got MDs performing cosmetic procedures. These are not board certified plastic surgeons. They are just regular physicians. Hey, John Doe MD is going to do your surgery. And so what it is that they have decided that unless you're getting like unless you're like an influencer or unless you're famous, then the main doctor who is a board certified plastic surgeon, he won't do your surgery unless you're willing to get it done live, so he can post it on like the social media platforms and everything, so people can watch the procedure and trust what they're doing. And then anyone else who's just coming in like, yeah, let me get this BBL, I'm a basic Betty, I done saved up my little $6,000. They are offering them all kind of crazy deals, meaning you're going to get the local anesthesia, you're going to get the physicians and the MDs doing your procedure. Damn. It's actually so ludicrous, it's crazy. So ladies, love yourselves. Buy all the shapers and the Spanx and get all that stuff. Figure that out. Just figure it out, because it's not worth it. And so Goals Clapback says, we've been made aware of the recent piece posted by the Shade Room. The article is filled with false information, and we are preparing to take legal action against the Shade Room. Goals Aesthetics and Plastic Surgery categorically denies these false and defamatory allegations and have immediate plans to take legal action in the court of law. Fentanyl. I'm sorry.
Oh, what you got?
You over there messing up.
Yeah.
He was right. He was getting it. I was listening.
With a quick little swipe. Fentanyl is a major issue within the community that needs to be addressed. Unfortunately, we do not have the answers on how to attack that epidemic, because at Goals, we do not, will not, and have not ever prescribed or administered fentanyl in any patient, past or present. Yeah. For our loyal Goals dials, I guess that's what they're naming their post-op people, thank you for remaining supportive and not allowing outside forces to deter you from allowing us to continue to perform safe and affordable procedures. Thank you for being loyal, which allows us to continue to grow and expand our business to locations throughout the United States. We also want to continue to educate our customers on proper post-op care and encourage you to take only the medicines prescribed by your doctor to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. And what I think is really interesting,
get cut up.
Is the baby, the baby's mama, Mimi, the one he was famous for being with, not Danny Lee. No. Well, anyway, just this week before this story went live, Mimi went to Goals and she did her procedure online.
She had a BBL, or she just had
She had like the body makeover type situation.
Liposuction, or
she had a BBL too. She got her little mommy makeover situation.
Man,
Did they cut it? Did they cut it, or did they suck it? Like the cutting part.
I heard that's giving drill for me. I don't know.
That could have been in and out from the liposuction. Like she probably didn't have no BBL. That's when they cut the fat, and you see them lay the fat on the table and be like a strip of the shit.
I'm gonna go on.
Like they literally just cutting your shit off, sending it over to the side, and then pulling that down and stapling that to the other skin. That's what I'm saying. You taking a risk. Like you taking a very high risk.
They don't care.
Getting that type of surgery. Like it's one thing to get like a little tummy tuck, or if you actually need it because you got too much excess skin. Like, and even in those circumstances, it's extremely risky because you're exposing your entire body.
Yeah, she don't care.
No, but I wouldn't have watched that shit. So I don't know how you watch that. Like that's.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I just kind of watched a little.
I'm definitely not watching no shit like that.
Snippet of it, and was just kind of like, oh, okay.
What's up?
I want to hear this. He said, she said.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's get to the. Did somebody send something? Because in a minute, I'm about to mute this mic so I can take a bite of this chip.
Man, just eat them chips, right? Just,
everybody thinking about you.
I already made the announcement about you and your snack. So Chuck found this online, and he's like, we got to talk about this. So just broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years because he told me he's getting full custody of his 3 kids. I can't imagine coming home to 3 kids that's not mine every day. Thought.
So she broke up with him?
Yep, they've been together 3 years.
Damn, this just as bad. Well, not as bad as last week, but this still some bullshit.
This I kind of I get it and I don't get it. Like I get it because I got kids, but
She didn't say whether she had. She said she can't come home to 3 kids. That's not her. So I wonder, does she have kids of her own? Because that's from the delegation of team.
it
No
don't
kids.
sound like she got kids.
That's what I was about
She
to
can't
say.
have
This
kids.
whole perspective is giving
But
me.
this my thing. You knew he had 3 kids and you were dating him anyway.
Yeah, but
right?
she didn't think they was coming home.
Mm-hmm.
That don't matter. if you got a real problem with 3 kids, right? Because I know women that didn't date me because I had 1.
Exactly. So 3
You
is
know
a
what
lot.
I'm saying? So this dude had 3. He had 3 kids the whole time.
3 is a
you
lot.
dating him
Yeah,
for
3 a
3
lot.
years, and you
2 is a lot.
knew along this
One is a
journey that he was trying to get custody of his kids.
You know what we
I
gotta
bet you
ask
knew.
though? We gotta ask some different questions. We gotta actually put a full survey out
But I'm
there.
just saying, like,
Because do it matter if it's one baby mama though?
I mean, but
See, that could be 3 different baby mamas.
The woman gets to decide before she gets to 3 years in, is what I'm saying. You knew he had 3 kids.
Hey.
Regardless of how many baby mamas he had, you knew he had 3 kids. So then he didn't just wake up one day and was like, you know what, I'm about to get custody and then get it.
Yeah, but if you
That's not
a lot.
That's not the process for men getting custody of their kids. So, which means you were still dating him.
Oh, she knew the kids
during
was
the
coming.
process
Yeah, yeah.
of him trying to get custody
Of the
and
kids.
then
But you know
wait
how hard it
and
is
he
typically
get
for a man to get
That's- but
custody.
that's
So
what I'm-
she
that's what
probably
I'm
thought,
saying.
"Oh, it'll never happen."
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you there through the whole
It'll never happen.
thing,
I support you, baby. Go ahead.
knowing
Try
that
to get
he
your
wants
custody.
custody of his kids.
Yeah, she was.
And you stayed anyway. And then as soon as he get custody, then you be like, I'm out.
Because she thought that the
She
case
whack.
wasn't gonna go that way.
She whack.
Or she know why he got the 3 kids. The deal maybe was good. She wasn't ready to let go yet.
whack.
And then it got real when the kids got
But
granted.
no, I get that both ways though.
She whack.
Like I wouldn't want to be with somebody where you moving in 3 kids at once.
Then you
All right, that's a lot.
Then you don't date somebody with 3 kids.
It depends on if they all live in the same house.
It don't matter.
It do because you can have 3 baby mamas, or you can have 3 baby daddies.
you
But
pick-
life can change. So, like, if you look
picking
at
out
Diddy's
insignificant stuff
situation-
that don't even matter.
and life can change because look
Yeah,
at
because
Diddy's
unless you want to
situation.
pick them up all at the same time, it does matter because if they're in the same house, every time you go get one, you got to get all.
But no,
if they're
listen.
at different houses, you can kind of manage that in that relationship. But 3 kids living with you,
if
that's
she's
a lot.
always felt that way, and she been with this dude the whole time, she been feeling like that whenever he had the kids at the house.
So I see
You
what Boog
should
is
not
saying.
have been dating him, is what I'm saying.
get that.
Yeah, I see what Boog is saying.
That's the problem.
Strictly
We
because
gotta
anything can
remove
happen.
all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah,
the
but we
root
don't
of
think
the
about
the
that.
root of the problem is you picked somebody that you knew that you wouldn't want to be with if he had them kids.
If they
Full
live
time.
with us. Oh. That's deep, though.
At some point in the relationship, he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get custody of my kids. Maybe the mama or mamas was on some
Shit, in
bullcrap."
her mind, she probably like, that shit ain't about to never
that was
happen.
her
Never happen.
That was her opportunity to be like, "This dude trying to get custody of his kids."
Yeah, but in her head, she like, you're not doing it.
She's stupid.
In her head, she probably really like, this nigga
She
ain't about
really
to get
didn't want to be with somebody with 3 kids. She should have stayed her ass
No.
single and found somebody else. Stop dating
She shoulda.
Stop dating people. you
know it's us.
when you know you don't want to be with in these type
But
of
you know
situations.
how we do.
These type of
You
situations.
want me
What
to get rid of my
you was
now
gonna get-
energy
you-
because
you
you
was
about
gonna-
to get them later?
You was gonna get rid of his
No.
kids.
I agree
No.
with you.
What I'm saying.
When them little motherfuckers come, I'm out. But until they
And
come,
that's what she did.
I'm
She-
chilling.
that's
Like
exactly
we good
what
over
she
here.
did.
Now, if you move them all 3 in at the same, that's why I said I get it. That's like you dealing with a chick. She
Nah.
got 3 kids. We not moving in. We not moving in with 3. Now maybe 1, we can talk about it. 1, we can work with it. We can manage it. 2, we doubling down.
Hey.
I might get.
All you dusty ass broads, all you
3?
dusty ass
Fuck outta
broads.
here.
If
3?
you don't want somebody else's kids, leave the dude alone.
I don't think nobody want to deal with 3 kids that ain't yours.
That ain't true.
I mean, you naturally may fall in love with them from spending time with them, or you fall in love with her or him, and then you fall in love with their kids. But at the end of the day, you don't just sign up and say, "Oh, I want to fuck with you."
See, my issue is my needs don't be getting met because I gotta wait for you to be a father first. I don't fucking got time for that. I need to be first.
Initially, like, damn, you got 2, you got 3, you got 4.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the root. Everybody as an individual. Everybody as an individual has an opportunity to make a choice to be like, you know what? I don't want that type of situation because it could be this. Yeah. You gotta look at it like.
But you also gotta live for the now.
No,
you can't think too far ahead.
And that's exactly why. And that's exactly why.
Life is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. Man. So I'm not gonna fuck with you because your 3 kids are coming tomorrow. No, when they come tomorrow, I'm good. But today, we locked in until them 3 little motherfuckers get over here.
That's some bullshit.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, it's up to you to decide if you want to deal with somebody who ain't fucking with your kid.
But like, she ain't. You gotta be aware. She ain't. I'm telling you, she ain't.
But you see the signs. You know when somebody ain't fucking with your kid.
Nah, women.
No,
women,
you do.
No, women fake the funk.
No, but you can pick up. You see that energy. You peep her energy.
Women will fake the funk.
You can peep it both ways. I done seen people that been with me, that been around me, and I'm like, yeah, you ain't fucking with my son. I ain't fucking with you. Like I can feel it. Like, oh, you don't even want to watch. You don't want to engage. You don't want to. You just not paying no attention to them.
There's tons of stories out here like this. So that means it's not easy to pick up on.
That's because they're oblivious. They're not paying attention to the real
that's
flag.
Because women are good liars.
I'm not arguing that. That I'm not arguing. But you can still tell.
We got people out here that lie for 10 years with somebody in a relationship.
I hear that.
We got women that have lied for 18 years.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, this really wasn't your kid.
Yeah.
The grandchild get here and they this ain't your kid.
So now I'm supposed to hear like, oh, he should have known for 3 years.
No, you should have known. Now
he wouldn't have known.
You got to pick up
because
on
she played the role.
If you've been lying, if somebody been lying to you for that long,
he been laying it down.
Some of that got to be your responsibility.
He been laying it down. He been paying bills. He been doing everything a good dude supposed to do. She knew that she wouldn't want 3 kids that aren't hers, and she stayed with him anyway, knowing that he was trying to get custody of his kids.
I mean,
she's a dirtbag. You should have moved on.
I ain't gonna call you a dirtbag.
Nah, she a dirtbag.
I say,
whoever you are,
you shouldn't leave them alone. Maybe move out the house, and y'all could still date.
No,
just say that you don't want to live with the children, but don't break the relationship because the kids moving in the house. Just get you your own spot. Let the kids move in. And y'all gonna be Gucci. Like it just sounds like she don't want to be no mama. She don't want to be no stepmama.
Chuck is in real savage mode right now.
I'm just saying, like
Tasha, what you got to say?
You gonna fuck up some good shit because the kids coming?
I think it's easy. I think in her mind, she never wanted to date a guy with kids. She found herself kicking it with this
somebody
dude,
with kids,
and it turned into a 3-year relationship. She looks up, then he gets custody, and she's like, "Oh, I'm out." And
she like, "Oh, them little motherfuckers coming over here with us."
Yeah, and that's a deal breaker for her, and that's okay. But she needs to understand going forward, don't even entertain a dude with kids. Like, you can't kick it because obviously you found yourself caught up with feelings and wanted to be with him, and he had the kids. So now that he got custody, you dipping, which is fine. You got a right to choose what's best for you. But going forward, do not. Oh, don't do me. Don't do me.
No, she's a dirtbag. She gets the want.
Why is she a dirtbag?
This is
he
the type
proposed to her, and then she like, "Nah, you got custody of your kids. I'm out."
This is the type of stuff how dudes end up turning into the stuff that y'all be mad about.
Anyway, y'all are turning into that quickly. We'll give y'all a 50 million.
But no, it only takes us to get hurt
from y'all lying.
That's my point.
You
though.
Heard us
y'all
once,
just gonna jump right into it to the foolishness.
After I got hurt my first time, it was a wrap, and It took me a long time to be vulnerable.
Listen, sis, if you out there, don't date a dude with kids anymore. You dated one with kids.
Especially one with 3 kids.
Then
You know
he
you
got-
don't want 3
No,
kids.
Don't
if
date
you
them
wanna
with none.
Don't
Don't date
date
them
them
with
with
none.
Just say they not living with you. Like, that's all she's saying.
It don't matter either way. You never gonna be first. You never gonna be first.
Yes, she is. She was first
No, she
before the
not.
little motherfucker
And no,
moved
she wasn't.
in.
No, she wasn't.
Like,
never gonna be first.
they didn't
never,
live there.
Never gonna be first because it's gonna come a time
Don't
where you're gonna be
listen
like,
to her.
"Hey, let's go such and such." No, I gotta
You
go
gonna
pick
be-
up. It's my day
Nah.
to pick up my kid.
That
You
don't
never
mean you're
gonna.
not first.
Oh yes, it does because you had an idea, something you wanted to do with your mate, and he can't do it because he got to
On
go
the
pick up
fly?
his
Oh, 'cause
kids.
the spontaneous part. That's what you're talking
All
about.
of the above
Because I have
part.
responsibilities.
You not first. That's all.
Don't
That's what I
listen.
know.
You
Yes,
can
you
date
do.
somebody
Well,
with a child or two.
I disagree
You're not
with
first.
that.
You can date
assessment.
somebody with a child and you can still
You're
be
not
first.
first.
You
I
can
definitely
still put them
disagree with that
first. You can
assessment.
definitely still put them first.
You're not first.
Don't listen to her. She don't know what the fuck she's talking
Yes, I do.
about. She don't have kids. And she just against
And
the
the people I dated I've seen it. The handwriting on the wall.
Well, you're not first because they have kids.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Just because they have responsibilities does not diminish
first.
you being first.
Oh.
It's just that let me handle my children so that adults can be adults. Like, that shouldn't be I'm first or they second. That should be human. You should have a little humility, a little. That's a child. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. So don't date somebody who don't fuck with your kid. Like I said, it's not that you can't
you
date
definitely
nobody
shouldn't mess
with
with nobody
kids.
that don't mess with your kids.
But that's what she said. She don't fucking with your kid.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not first.
You're wrong.
So,
You
I
are
don't wanna
first.
do
You can
that.
still
No,
be
you're
first.
wrong.
No, I'm not.
That don't stop him from doing nothing for you because he has to do
Okay.
something for his kids.
I'm gonna set the scene. We on vacation.
We on vacation.
We in Cabo. Let's
We in
take it.
Cabo,
We in Cabo.
definitely. Okay.
We in the
You gonna
cabana.
You gonna pick Cabo.
We in the cabana.
Ring,
we in
ring.
Cabo in the cabana.
Ring on the cell phone. Ring on the
Ring,
cell
ring
phone.
on the cell phone.
Look, this sounds little Bobby done fell. He had a concussion. You got to come home right now. Boom, vacation.
I don't have to come. I don't have to come home for a concussion. I'm going to call me.
But what if I got the kind of dude that do feel like he got to go home for a concussion? Every parent is different.
Okay, so first,
It got to be
hold
something
on.
worse than a
Wait,
concussion.
Boog, you got to wait to weigh in.
It got to be something worse than.
Wait.
A lady and a savage
Okay,
and
so-
Boog, y'all.
Hold on.
I mean,
She didn't say like. I'm thinking she about to say like some regular ass sick. A concussion is so fucking serious.
I know it's.
But I have to paint the picture so he can understand.
No, listen.
I
listen,
do understand.
Listen. Your first premise was that the kid gonna always come first. You basically put that like all the way across the board. But then you go and give an example with something that is extreme that
where
would
you
definitely
should show up.
That would definitely put a parent in the position where they gonna
I'ma
feel
go
like
see. I gotta
I
go
need to
see.
say about my kid.
Okay, I'll give you another example.
So if you
I got something else
if
for
you
you.
are the person that's dating somebody
Tosha.
with a kid and there is a serious situation and you form your mother mouth to be like you picking your kid over me when it's serious, you are a dirtbag.
Well, I wouldn't say that,
You
but it's annoying.
But you
It's a
just
turn
get-
off.
Ta-
No, it would be a
Tasha,
turn off. I don't want to stop
Tasha,
my
you
vacation
just
to go
get-
home. I don't want to do any of that. That's why I don't deal with people with
These chips
kids.
are motherfucking good. Now I'm eating Fridays chips.
Wow.
But Tasha don't give a shit.
I
That's
mean,
irritating.
apparently, because I was about to use the example. Like,
But
what
I
if-
think
so
of
what if you was with-
everything. That's
what
my
if-
point.
so
I
what-
think of
so-
all these things.
So what
But
if
see,
you
I
was,
wouldn't
what if you was with your
necessarily
boo, right? And something happened with your dad. You got to leave, right? And you
Oh, that's
would
different.
no, it's
Totally
not.
different.
It's not.
It's
But you his
totally
kid.
different.
It's not.
That's his
It's
kid.
totally
You are-
different
no,
because I
Tasha.
didn't. This isn't something
Tasha,
I elected
Tasha,
to do.
Tasha.
Yeah, but
not
that's
the same.
kid. That's
Tasha.
kid and parent.
Tasha.
Parent
That's
and
not the
kid.
same.
That
Tasha,
is the same.
hear me out.
But
That's
I don't
the
have
same.
to. I don't have
Tasha.
to date people with a kid.
Tasha, hear
Somebody
me
gonna
out.
not date me because I got a dad like that. No, I don't have to do
Well, not
that.
the dating part.
This is not. We're not
The
talking about
responsibility.
somebody not wanting to date you because you got a dad.
The
point
responsibility.
is that you have a responsibility to take care of your dad, right? Just like he
Yeah.
would have a responsibility to take
Like
care of their
my
kid.
mama, I would be
so
out
if
there.
something would happen and you're on vacation with your boo, something happens with dad, and you have to attend to it, you would not be okay if he was like, "Yo, we can't leave this vacation."
Well, I would never
because-
say that though.
But how you sound about with the guy with the kid, your expectation would be like, you don't attend to this kid, we're on vacation.
That wouldn't be my expectation, but I don't even want to run into the shit. That's why I don't do it. That's what I'm saying.
She don't
I'll
even,
never be
she
her,
don't want the
'cause I don't
possibility
even,
that they on vacation.
Thank you. I don't even want none of the
And the call
scenarios
even
to
come
come.
up. Yeah.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Or any of this shit. My baby mama called. She got a flat tire and my kid in the car. I gotta go help her with the tire. I don't want none of that type of shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. No. Fuck no. Tell that bitch to call AAA.
Savage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think our roles reversed when we took
Yeah,
this
you
break,
know
y'all.
that shit. If she got a, I
Tasha
don't give a
came
fuck if
back
she don't got a
hardcore.
boyfriend, a husband, none of that. She better call her daddy. If she ain't got the daddy,
So
what
wait
are
a
we
minute.
doing?
So I can't go change her tire?
No, that's irritating.
And you know that's some
You're
shit
the
that I
only
would
person
do.
she could call.
But I would want to do that if my kid with her.
That's my point.
Or I would wanna
That'd
just-
be the favorite excuse. My kid in the car.
Or I would want to go and
my
wait till the
kid-
tow truck come because I wouldn't want them sitting on the side of the road by themselves. That's just
if
me
you
being a man.
do not apply.
That's not because I have a
Don't
kid.
apply here.
So what if it's his sister? Because I'd do that if that was my sister. I gotta go.
Oh, if it's his sister, I mean, we probably can both
That's
go.
like you. You can call me and I get up and I will come.
And you can bring your girl. So that's cool.
No.
But
I will come by myself.
No.
Some of this,
Nothing to say.
some of this logic.
It's a nope.
Some of this logic.
No, she
That's
don't.
fine.
She just don't want to be second
I
to
don't want to be
nobody.
bothered to with none of it.
Well, good. Just do like I told the lady that dipped on my old boy with the 3 kids. Just leave people the fuck alone that you know you don't want to be with.
Or just don't live with them. Keep your own
Keep
shit.
talking about that.
Have your own shit, your own space.
It's just a turn
And
off.
just don't have them kids at your house. Fuck them kids.
For real. No, fuck. I am queen of fuck them kids in my head. Like, what?
And I'm
Turn it's a
fucking
turn
these
off.
chips up, y'all, because
I gotta go change her
I
tire.
was hungry.
I ain't ate nothing since like 7 o'clock this morning. Well, actually, I can't say that because I woke up. I didn't eat then. I haven't ate all day. Like, did y'all hear what I said? Though? I
you
said
know
I haven't
what?
ate
And I
since 7
probably
o'clock
feel
this
a way
morning.
about that because my mom is a divorced mom, and I watched her just make shit happen. She wasn't calling my daddy left and right for stuff.
That just
I
mean your mama was a real woman.
Okay, so then these baby mamas need to be real women. What you mean? Calling for every little thing? No.
No, not every little thing. But what if that's her go-to?
Yeah, go to somebody else.
But I can understand
It's
that
over.
situation.
Man,
because I wanted
you the
that
mother of my
relationship.
child, and
Yeah.
you in an
want
emergency
us to be
situation,
friends.
and my child is there. I'm coming to get my baby, and I'm gonna make sure y'all can get to where y'all need to get to.
So is a flat tire an emergency situation?
It is.
Yeah.
If you stranded on the road somewhere,
It's
With
giving
mine-
me. You could have called a lot of people.
So you haven't made people yet. make
you could
people-
have, but you have our child in the car with you. I should be the first motherfucking person that you call. If you call anybody else before you call me when our child is with you, that's a problem. That's how you create other problems.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know that because you're not a mama or a daddy.
And I'm not interested in dating none of them.
Like I said, she said, fuck them kids. It's just that simple. And if you got them, know that when you with her,
I want my baby daddy to be
don't wanna hear about
the
it.
only daddy. Like, we not sharing them with somebody else. We're not. No.
but that's how
I'm
it's supposed to
good.
be.
Yeah, that's how I always been. Nope.
As I take a bite of my chip, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want all that. Well, kind of point talk. But
Straight.
just keep your own place. You can still date people with kids, y'all. Like, really. Like, real talk. It's, the
Except
point.
Tasha.
Just don't get attached.
Except
I mean,
Tasha.
yeah. I mean, you know.
There's all kind of places you can drop your
Yeah,
kids
leave the
off.
dudes
Listen,
with kids alone.
I done been on apps and people glutton for punishment. I done been on apps where I make it known. It's in my profile. I'm not anyone's mom and I don't prefer to date anyone's dad. This dude swiped on me and instantly led the conversation with, I'm a father. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I appreciate your honesty. You upfront with it. That's what's up. So I'm like, well, how many kids do you have? Thinking, surely he didn't swipe on me knowing I said I didn't want to date someone with kids, and surely he's not going to have more than maybe like 1. Bro was like 4. Just, I'm not even going to keep engaging. Unmatched. What are we doing?
4.
Some people ask for it. If somebody say this is their thing, they asking for it. Why did you swipe me with 4? And I said, I don't want to date anybody's dad. Some
wanted
of
to
you hold
change your
them
mind.
accountable too. Stop choosing people who don't want you and what come with you. He chose her. I bet you she gave inclinations that she was straight on a dude with kids.
No.
Okay.
Not if you date him for 3 years and then be like, I'm a dip. She ain't giving no inclination. Don't give her a pass now.
You can dip at any time in any relationship.
She could have, but she didn't want to. She was okay with the 3 kids.
Because they ain't live there.
Yeah, it's all about the moving in part. Like, that's what I said.
I'm coming home to these 3 brats.
I really do understand
but,
that.
Like I said, a dude that's trying to get custody of his kids, that's a nice little process.
Yeah.
You had time to be like, I'm ghost.
A lot of time. A lot of dinners, a lot probably a couple vacations. Some decompressed, quick vacations.
She probably tried to convince him not to get custody.
Yeah. Or she probably tried to convince him it was better for them to be with their mother. Like, because you really don't want to rip them away from their mom unless she really a fucked up person. Like, honestly speaking, like, the only time you really should take a kid from the mother is if she is a bad mother. Not because it's convenience for you or you have the finances and the means to do something a little different. I do believe kids do need their mama. Like if the mom is a mom, there's no reason to take your kids from her.
Well, you know, every dude that get custody of his kids is not because the mama bad. It's just because he can provide more. That don't mean that she's not still being
because that's what happened with Usher. And then that's what happened with Diddy. Kim Porter passed away, so he instantly got the twins. They were still young.
Yeah, but they was with their mama.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But I'm saying with dating somebody with kids, even if they don't have full custody, circumstances can change at the drop of a hat. Like, you don't know what could cause the circumstances to change. That's why you shouldn't even, don't set yourself up. Just don't.
I mean, that's all I was saying in the beginning. Like,
she sounded like the girl that wrote the thing.
Don't make the choice to be with something that you know is a possibility that you ain't gonna be with. Like, I'm not with that. I want to.
You might. Some people like the now. Like, it's okay to find you.
That's a dangerous game to play when it comes to relationships like that. Especially with people that are parents. If the roles was reversed and it was a dude that did that to a woman, he shit on the stick.
Well, I'm always a firm
He was playing games. You know what I'm saying? Why you leave her on for 3 years only to be like, I don't want you and your 3 kids?
Well, she knew that.
But
we're not gonna fake it. You gonna know we don't want to see them little motherfuckers. You gonna know we're not gonna want your kids over here all the time. You gonna know that you should take them somewhere else. You gonna know it's gonna come off. We can't hide it. It's gonna come off. It's definitely gonna come off with us. But I think either way I go, like as a mother and as a father, like if you want to just date and you not looking for nothing serious, I think it really depends on who the parent is. Mm-hmm. Like the parent has to be more aware of what they're introducing their children to. Like, you can date and not ever introduce anybody to your kids and never have the intentions of bringing anybody home. That when you do bring them home, it's because it's actually a marriage going to be involved.
That makes sense if you're not trying to be in a serious relationship.
So maybe that was their situation.
But how many people with kids, especially multiple kids, date just to date?
Shit, a lot of them. That's how they fuck just to fuck. Like, well, actually, they ain't even dating. They just out here fucking because they got the day off. The kids is with grandma finally today, so I'm gonna go fuck and then I'm come back home.
Or the people who, like I said, have had stories where they started out as friends with benefits and somehow they fell in love.
That's how you date when you got kids, though. When you got kids, you really ain't got time to be out on a lot of dates. Like, you might go out on a couple, or you might go out on one date. After that, we linking up. Somebody cooking at the crib. Like, especially if you got 4, 5 kids, 3 kids, you ain't got all that free time. And if you do, you are very fortunate. And you should be thanking whoever watching them little motherfuckers. Because if you got more than 3 kids and you got free time where you can actually date, then
just fucking and dating is 2 different things.
I mean, kind of.
I say if you...
It got to be a contract.
If you been...
It's the same for me.
I say if you been on your deal breakers, like if you go back on something that you had deemed was a deal breaker in your head, whether it's for fun, whether it's forever, for real, or whatever, you might be setting yourself up for disaster because it was a deal breaker for a reason. There's going to be something. There's a scenario, something's going to occur, and you're going to be like, see, this why I didn't want to XYZ. So just don't do it.
But it's easier said than done because
It is.
you can really catch a vibe with somebody who, in your head, you had this ideal of, I'd never do that. Like, I'd never, like, that's just not me. I never fuck with nobody with kids. And then you meet this amazing person, and then, boom, you find out they got 3 kids.
I know, tough.
That takes away what type of person they is. That's the sad part. That you would actually let go of an amazing person because they have children.
But they probably not amazing. Because do I got to tell you a story?
But here's the thing with that. You meet this amazing person, right? And y'all start to get where you like, yo, I want to commit to this person. Now you have to consider.
But they didn't fuck with your kid.
You have to consider at that point the kids. And you have an opportunity then to be like, let me weigh the pros and the cons.
Well, that's
of
when
this.
you make the decision. That's what old girl did.
No, she didn't. She waited.
Boom, you said it. Did he say it?
She waited.
He is raking her over the coals. Okay, she is.
No, he said she is scumbag.
She is a dirtbag too. She is a dirtbag.
She knew he wanted
You're not a
custody of his
dirtbag, girl.
kids.
You not a dirtbag
She
girl.
had an opportunity to be like, you know what?
Do you think she knew Tosha?
I don't. How would she not know?
He might have been moving in silence about that though.
They never know.
You never know. You never know. If he was a tourist, he was probably moving in silence about it. I'm being so for real. They are very sneaky and quiet. No shade. Like very sneaky, very quiet. They be doing shit on the low.
Y'all tripping.
We don't know
He
what
just
she
threw that
know.
random plug out there, like no shape.
Nah.
Because I'm just telling you.
But they are private people. Like they won't tell you shit. So they might have a couple kids.
So he might have sprung that on her, came home like, I got custody, and she probably was like,
No, he probably been had custody. He probably going to get him from his mama house. Like, bitch, it's time. My mama tired. Gotta move these motherfuckers in with us. Like, and she like, oh, hell no. But see, that's why you just go get you a little 1-bedroom apartment for you and him. And the kid, you know.
Y'all need scenarios.
Y'all gotta deal with the kids over there. But you and him have y'all little spot.
What's up with this sex, drugs, and alcohol?
Man.
I mean, we talking about some of that because it sounds like both of them just on drugs.
We're supposed to be talking
Doing
about
what-
sex, drugs, and alcohol.
I mean, technically we are because she's on drugs for doing what she just did. And he probably an alcoholic.
It's my fault, though. We were supposed to have 2 guests today,
right.
and I got super busy. Yeah.
Oh, so you messed up.
My 9 to 5 is very demanding right now, and that's just what the fuck it is. So y'all got us.
Speaking of 9 to 5s,
I
it's
made a
women who
mistake.
won't date men with a 9 to 5. I think that's bold.
I don't. I wouldn't want no bitch who can't deal with me because I got a 9 to 5. What, you want me to be on the street?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I'm not-
he got to be
I'm
an
not-
entrepreneur. He got to be.
I'm not mad
can
at
have a 9 to
people's.
5
I'm
and
not
be an
mad at people's
entrepreneur.
preferences. I just feel like people, like, if you know you don't want a certain thing or you know you want a certain thing, just do that.
But they can't help it. They be like, oh,
know
it
what
might
I'm
not be
saying?
that bad. And they be then they come home like
And
I
I'm-
got
and what
custody of
I'm-
my 3.
And what I'm saying is people need to stop doing that. Like the majority of the time that you end up doing something that you really didn't want to do, like when you was half-heartedly doing it, like, oh, this seems good right now, but in the back of your mind, you
Like, why I
still
do that?
like,
I should never.
I don't know,
That's
and
just
you
like-
just
like I
decide
should-
to ignore that.
You know what he's talking about.
People decide to ignore what they really feel on the inside. They be like,
Like fucking with somebody when you knew you shouldn't have fucked with them. Like, why?
you know what I'm
Happens
saying?
all the time.
Like when you had good sex with somebody, then you just disregard everything else that you know about this person is a fucking red flag and something that you don't want to deal with. But you like, dang, but the dick is good though, or dang, the pussy is good though.
With the whole D is good theory, people think that they can
But I
can
think
focus
sex
on
do
just the D.
confuses you. I
Yeah, they
think
think they
sex
could
do
just
throw
focus
you the
on the
fuck
D.
off.
Like, okay, I'm gonna just use them to smash, and it won't even be that shit.
I think
Man,
that
I've had some good sex with some people, but it
Everybody
never
do that,
made
though.
me ignore
Everybody
red
do
flags about somebody.
It made
I
you
did
go-
real
but
quick.
it made you go back?
That's a red flag. No,
you didn't go back.
no,
How you didn't go back?
no, at all.
Shit, you put a Band-Aid on that red flag and you go back.
You see, that's crazy.
And
That's,
Well, look,
that's called a glutton for punishment.
Let's tap into a little of that sex, drugs, and alcohol, because I always hear people say, like,
It's
I always,
normal.
I always hear that little, I always hear that little joke, like, anything's possible, blah, blah, blah. Do you think certain liquor types increase inhibitions, like, make you, are more riskier than other? Like, I remember one dude was like, I know exactly the night I got this girl pregnant, I was drinking Hennessy, never again. And it's only Hennessy that, like...
No, because I stopped drinking gin
Because that was your little...
gin used to make your boys sin.
That was your little see.
What? I used to drink gin. Yo.
The goose get you
I used to
loose.
literally drink gin and tonic at like 19, 20.
So gin was
On
your
the crazy
your
shit.
drink.
Like I was young, but I was always, I used to go to the bars and the cigar lounges and shit. And I thought it was like a distinguished gentleman type shit. Let me get a gin and tonic. And I used to drink them bitches, but by the time that night ended, I was not only the fool, but there's no telling what I sort of signed up for. Like, I'm down. I did so much wild shit in my early 20s of gin and
so
tonic.
is gin going out? It's not in the
I
rotation?
don't even drink that. I ain't drunk that shit in about 15, 17 years.
You like your lesson, huh?
You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to drink gin.
What kind of mistakes were made off the gin?
You don't remember?
There's a lot of kids in heaven. A lot of fucked up relationships. Like some people that I was cool with, I ain't cool with them no more.
Jesus says a lot of kids in heaven. I can't stand.
No, that's why I voted yes for what was it, Proposal 3? You goddamn right.
You don't want no keeping nigga baby bitches on you.
Because if it wasn't for that, Lord knows I'd be talking like old girl, like shit. I'd be the nigga with the 3 kids, like 10.
Oh,
Future.
man.
Right, but no, I would have had a lot of children.
Dude.
I just didn't have. I was just wild. Like I can't even. Well, actually, I guess that's kind of our topic because it is a difference between the shit that I did back in the early 20s, 2000s. That's what they call them. The early 2000s than what I would do today.
Yeah.
Like I was a whole lot wilder in like 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004.
Keep going.
No, I'm just bullshit. But no,
Say the 2000s was a good decade, huh?
I'm being innocent.
no, but the 98, 99, that's what that shit really like. It was just like a booster. And then it rolled all the way until like 2010. I think between 2010 and 1998, like I lost my motherfucking mind. And then between them times, I got married in the middle point.
Oh yeah.
So I can only imagine.
Forgive me, y'all.
But that was my drink of choice. Like I swear, y'all, I used to drink gin and tonic, and you can literally, like, people don't record me. I can watch myself really go somewhere else and another personality come out. Like after so many of them drink.
That's wild.
But
alter ego.
we was supposed to be talking about the normalization of drug, sex, and alcohol in today's, how it's normal, how it's not a taboo
I
conversation.
think drugs is for sure
everything.
normal. I mean, you saw how the Goals man tried to just dump fentanyl off as a nationwide problem.
Like it's nothing.
We're not giving fentanyl to people. It's already fentanyl crackheads out here. What do you mean? They already got their own drug problem.
But it
Fentanyl
really
is
is.
definitely a problem.
Oh, it is, but I'm saying that's what made it so easy for him to like make fentanyl the quote unquote scapegoat. Like they not giving it to people. Y'all making a cocktail of drugs and calling it local anesthesia.
They're making their own shit.
They going to hell.
They're making their own shit.
Sorry, Goals. Y'all going.
But Rockstar is not the same type of Rockstar it used to be 15 years ago. Like,
Cause they kind of just I say that like I was in
everything
that
now.
era, but they stuck to coke for what I understand.
yeah, but with Coke, like
that
you
was the party
either-
drug.
Well, you know,
You
that
can
was,
do
only, that was
everything
the only
else.
thing that was the only thing for real that was accessible. It was only a few things accessible. Now
You got
everything is accessible. And then like if something don't work or don't give them the high that they want, then that's when they start mixing shit, and that's how you get all this other stuff that people.
Like I actually kind of miss when weed wasn't legal. You had to put some effort in going to get a bag. You had to put some effort in the hat and the smell. You had to put some effort into. Not everybody in your family knew that you smoked. Like these kids, like everybody know. Everybody smoke. Like there is no.
Yep. If you a kid, they know if your mama and daddy smoke because you smell like it when you come to school.
They're not discreet about shit and how they do it.
Yes,
because
that's
it's normal.
To us.
Even how they talk about perks and shit. I teach. Damn.
That's so.
When he get out, as soon as his daddy car open. That shit smell like provoking.
Like, damn.
It smell like you just
like
walk
that gas.
Like,
dang, what y'all do?
Is you growing them mugs in your car?
Why did I do that? Like, when my mother,
like he growing it in his car, yo.
I don't even say it, but I end up. I was in somebody's car and they was hotboxing and I couldn't fucking breathe. I guess I'm old. Like, let me the fuck out of here. Like, how's y'all doing this shit? Like, my chest was sweating. Like,
oh God,
I could not fucking breathe. I'm like, this is not right.
Oh my God.
We talked about
hilarious.
a whole bunch of shit, but so we're gonna have to continue this conversation when our guests. When I actually respond back to our guests, because I did have a guest lined up, but I didn't respond back to them, and then I tried to get y'all some substitutes in, which they better than being substitutes. So I was wrong for that shit too.
Well, next week we are going to be with our families, as we hope all of you enjoy.
Next week is
Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving.
Yep. So we hope all of you enjoy time with your families.
Because I was sitting here thinking, like, good luck with getting some guests for next week.
Don't be making all that weird shit. Like, what's it called? The casseroles and the puddings and the jellos. Don't nobody want that shit. Don't make it. I don't even like sweet potato pie, but that's just me.
Potatoes.
I know a lot of y'all like sweet potato pie. I don't fuck with that shit.
I like sweet potato pie. Now it's pumpkin pie that y'all can keep.
I don't really like pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. I don't really get it. I like yams though. That's the crazy part. Like, I can make some yams.
I have a funny Thanksgiving. Was that Thanksgiving or Christmas where you had us riding around from store to store looking for sage so you could make this damn dress?
It probably was Thanksgiving because
I gotta get my sage.
I make dressing for more than just myself because I'm a cold motherfucker like that.
Oh, God.
Like, my dressing slap.
Yeah, just that little.
I guarantee it's better than your mama's and your grandma's. I promise you my shit is better than them. I bet you. Any kind of money, my shit slap. You might slap your mama after you eat my shit. But she right. We rode around for, about an hour and a half?
A long time.
I needed the sage.
And we found it at the most unlikely store right there in the complex. And when you lived in Harpertown.
I was pissed.
It was right there in that little convenience.
In the village.
I done rode all over the place. It was right here. Yeah. Pretty funny. Yeah. I just be around to eat. I bring lips and fingertips.
And that's okay. That's fine. Because you don't want too many people in the kitchen when you're getting down anyway.
Are y'all hosting?
I'm not doing shit. I'm cooking for a turkey and some dressing for my mama and probably a couple pans of dressing for
But I'm saying you got to dry that somewhere because I'm trying to avoid going west. If I could stay on the east side.
I might make a small meal for my house. A small meal. Real small.
Just for
little, medium. I might make a medium meal for the crib, but not because I don't want nobody knocking on the door and shit.
I want to have a mac and cheese face off with Ike.
Between yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be dope. We can get it on the YouTube.
Oh, that would be fine.
And I'll be the taste tester.
Okay. So coming up, we're going to be on hiatus for next week, enjoying our families, and then coming up December 1st, we have the first of the month. So that's a Chuck and Tosha.
Are y'all gonna bring the shit here?
Random thoughts.
Are we gonna do it live? Will y'all bring the macaroni samples here?
Oh, that would be cool. You want to sample the macaroni?
I'm sure Bug wants some damn. Come on, and I'm telling you, excellent choice.
Hey, this shit better be good.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
I'm saying it is.
If you bringing food to sample, it got to be good.
It is for sure.
It is. It definitely is. I wouldn't even let you eat that shit. Because I tell you, I know nasty food when I see it. Like this macaroni and cheese, a lot of you restaurants are selling. Stop serving people that shit. Just say you don't even have macaroni and cheese. No, none of them. There's not a spot in the city that got good macaroni and cheese. Y'all all need to throw that shit away.
Actually, I like beans and cornbread macaroni and cheese.
Tasha, that shit be dry.
Hey, if you catch them on a good day, Motor City Soul Food.
The first batch? You get there early.
You catch it at a good time. The macaroni is.
See, it's not good if we got to put that stipulation on it.
I'm just saying,
but this is why you got to taste
because they change cooks. When they change cooks, like cook always make it different. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact,
that's the only thing that changeover.
We can go get a couple samples from Motor City, a couple other places, and then throw y'all shit in the mix.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And we're gonna.
You gonna start some shit?
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Now don't try to hire me.
I'm gonna put the names at the bottom. I'm gonna put the names at the bottom.
Put the names at the bottom.
Yeah, so we know, and then y'all taste it and y'all sample the shit, and we're gonna see what it is.
All right, it's lit.
I already know I'm gonna pick by the flavor.
Okay.
And I know bullshit.
We're gonna see.
Bullshit.
So stay tuned. So stay tuned. And then for December the 1st episode, it'll be Chuck and Tasha's Random Thoughts. That's the first Thursday of every month. That's what we do. And we'll be back with y'all again week after next.
Coming out.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Happy Turkey Day.
For sure. Peace.
I had the munchies like a motherfucker.
That was fun.